Taylor Swift, a highly acclaimed American pop and country music artist, has achieved immense success in her career, accumulating millions of dollars through her music and live performances. Known for her extravagant taste, Swift indulges in a diverse range of luxurious possessions. In this video, we'll explore the various items she owns. Welcome back to The Wealthiest, where you will learn the ins and outs of the world's elite, how they live, and how they spend their accumulated wealth. Let's get started. Taylor Swift has established herself as one of the most accomplished artists of her generation, and her immense success has resulted in a significant amount of wealth. By early 2024, her Eras Tour had already generated over $1 billion in revenue, surpassing expectations and setting a remarkable milestone. This financial triumph, along with her other ventures, has propelled Swift to become one of the world's wealthiest singers, as recognized by Forbes. With her substantial fortune, Swift indulges in luxurious purchases such as exquisite jewelry, bespoke gowns, and even rare collections that hold significant value. Additionally, her extensive music catalog alone is worth a fortune, surpassing the earnings of most individuals throughout their entire lives. Swift's spending habits encompass a wide range of extravagant possessions, showcasing her unique taste and financial prowess. A-listers are able to afford the costliest goods, like Taylor Swift. Nonetheless, she makes enormous charitable donations as one of her finest uses of her wealth. She presented the Nashville Symphony a $100,000 donation on her 24th birthday. However, she also donates thousands to worthy charities, educational funding, and even assisted a fan in repaying his student loans. The vocalist of Bad Blood enjoys showing her true support for issues that are dear to her. It takes a lot of effort and commitment to have the highest grossing tour in the nation, as Taylor Swift has demonstrated. Swift takes her time off seriously and believes that she deserves some downtime as well. After the 1989 tour concluded, the singer treated her team to a trip to Australia. Along with her lover Joe Alwyn, she also had an exclusive vacation to the Turks and Caicos Islands to celebrate the 4th of July. The singer frequently visits states like Hawaii with her well-known entourage. Among A-list celebrities, owning a costly automobile collection is practically a need. Taylor is not an exception. The Shake It Off singer is so passionate about vehicles that they frequently appear in both her music and video content. She has a Mercedes-Benz Viano valued at $210,000, an Audi R8 estimated at $180,000, and a Porsche 911 valued at about $100,000 in her garage. The Toyota Sequoia, which comes in at over $650,000, is the costliest item. For someone who isn't even 30 years old, not too terrible. Louboutin custom extra-large Strass boots. Swift doesn't hesitate to leave the house in very ostentatious attire. Swift almost always wears pricey and distinctive clothing while she's performing or out and about. Swift owns an enormous assortment of shoes, including pumps, sneakers, and about any stylish shoe you could imagine a famous person owning. Swift's most costly pair of boots was on her feet as she performed on the Eras Tour. Although Swift had most of her Eras clothing and boots custom-made, if you have the funds and the want, you can buy comparable boots. The Louboutin extra-large Strass bootie in metallic suede for $5,995. According to Business Insider, one fan who saw the tour in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, was able to obtain the single most exclusive Eras Tour souvenir possible. Swift's heel broke mid-performance, a wardrobe mishap, but instead of putting it behind her, she performed something incredible. Green sequined Julian McDonald gown. Taylor Swift has collaborated with several designers to create her own style, which she usually wears on stage. Swift likes to collaborate with some of the priciest labels in the world, so that type of tailored wardrobe comes at a high cost. Some of the dresses in her closet are insanely costly, and the contents are certainly worth more than most individuals could expect to earn in a lifetime. An $18,000 gown from the Cats premiere, an $8,615 leotard from the 2014 MTV Video Music Awards, an ensemble that cost $12,825 for 45 seconds in Swift's Willow music video, and they are just a few of Swift's most costly ensembles, are just a few examples of her most costly attire. Swift wore a dark green sequined Julian McDonald gown at the 2019 American Music Awards. The dress seemed like it was manufactured specifically for the event, that she probably paid up to $40,000. Swift could have more expensive clothes that she hasn't worn in public yet, so she might show up in something even more expensive later on. 1913 Steinway piano. Although most piano owners are aware that their instruments are not cheap, there are those that are more expensive than usual. At the age of 12, Swift picked up the piano, and she obviously kept up with it. She mentioned writing her tunes at the piano in a 2013 Vanity Fair interview. She frequently does this. She mentioned her 1913 Steinway piano, an especially pricey musical instrument, while providing a tour of her house and conversing. The 1913 Steinway comes in a few different variants, but Faust Harrison Pianos estimates that if you want one, it would cost you about $74,800. Swift's piano has value beyond its inherent worth, however, it's uncertain if it's worth as much as that given the variety of models available. If someone of Swift's caliber owned and played such a piano, it would fetch a far greater price from a collector. Sadly, for collectors, Swift is unlikely to part with her priceless piano. Vintage guitar collection. Since taking up the instrument at the age of 12, Taylor Swift has amassed a sizable collection of guitars. When she plays, she usually combines many guitars to meet her mood or ensemble. Swift performed several captivating guitar pieces for her fans on stage during the Eras Tour, which gave her the opportunity to showcase them. Swift has been playing Taylor guitars throughout her career, so it appears that she loves Gibson and Taylor models not because of the brand. Swift's custom-made Taylor GS6, studded with Swarovski crystal rhinestones, is proudly displayed in the Country Music Hall of Fame and Museum. However, its exact worth is unknown. Swift's guitar collection is unknown, but Equipboard discovered that she has played at least 28 different instruments throughout the course of her career. Nevertheless, she won't be going away anytime soon, so she'll probably keep adding items to her collection. Swift's guitars are hard to quantify in terms of worth. Signing and selling them at auction has shown their worth is whatever someone is willing to pay, even though she might spend a few $100 or $1,000 for a guitar. Two of Swift's autographed guitars brought in $120,000 during a benefit for pediatric cancer in 2023. Other guitars that Swift supports have raised money for other organizations by going up for sale or winning raffles. Ferrari 458 Italia. Taylor Swift became an avid automobile collector after receiving her first vehicle for her 18th birthday, a 2007 Chevrolet Silverado. Swift has a wide variety of vehicles, including sports cars, vans, and SUVs, some of which are quite valuable. Swift has or has owned 13 vehicles, including a Nissan Qashqai and a Toyota Sequoia that are both reasonably priced. To complete the picture, she naturally owns a couple high-end vehicles. Swift is the owner of a Porsche 911 Turbo, Cadillac Escalade, Mercedes-Maybach S650, Audi R8, and Mercedes-AMG G63. Her most costly vehicle, Ferrari 458 Italia, is almost equal in value to all of those vehicles combined. Swift drives this automobile, which costs between $200,000 and $500,000 or more, when she doesn't care to be seen in public because it's one of the most identifiable and conspicuous luxury sports cars available. Lorraine Schwartz earrings and cocktail rings. Swift has one of the costliest collections of jewels out there. Swift has worn some of the costliest jewelry available since her rise to stardom, and like many of her belongings, she has had a lot of things manufactured to order. She obviously has a lot more than she does certain jewels that she is practically surrounded by, such as the $10 million worth of Neil Lane diamonds from her Look What You Made Me Do movie. Swift's jewelry collection includes some of the costliest items, such as bracelets from Panther and Cartier Love, which are each worth $102,000. Her Lorraine Schwartz diamond choker with ruby cocktail ring and sapphire earrings is valued at $900,000. Her Bulgari Serpenti necklace and bracelets are estimated to be worth $450,000. Even though they are all pricey, none of these items are as expensive as the singer's most priceless jewelry. Swift looked stunning with Lorraine Schwartz statement earrings when she attended the 2023 Grammy Awards. The kite-shaped earrings are set in 18-karat white gold and have 4 panels with over 136 carats of natural Paraiba tourmalines, purple sapphires, and diamonds. The costliest item in Swift's collection is the pair of earrings alone, which are estimated to be worth $3 million. Nevertheless, they aren't far from her jewelry box because they were put up for auction on Jupiter. Dassault Falcon 7X private jet. Similar to several artists of her caliber, Taylor Swift travels by private aircraft. She may have chosen to reduce from 2 aircraft to 1 because she has received criticism for this over the years. At first, Swift possessed about $44 million Dassault Falcon 900. She sold the aircraft in January 2024, having purchased it in 2009. Now, she has a single Dassault Falcon 7X that can transport Swift and up to 15 more people anywhere she wants to go. Swift only owns 1 plane, but she still uses it in spite of her apparent CO2 emissions, which people like bringing up on the internet. Dassault Falcon 7X prices vary, but Swift most likely spent $54 million for the plane. That's the price, of course, to buy one. Taking it on a global flight is quite another. When you include Swift's flight schedule and other expenses, the hourly fuel cost becomes much more, around $6,128. Along with several other expenses, all told, Swift spends an estimated $14,448.77 a day, or more than $5.2 million a year, to have her aircraft operated. Granted, having the flexibility to travel the world whenever one pleases has many benefits, but even for billionaires, it's not cheap. Her cats. Swift appeared in the feature film adaptation of Cats, and even though it was a complete box office failure, her love of cats made her inclusion in the movie expected. In 2019, she revealed to Time that the film's title drew her in, since her cats had a significant effect on her. Swift owns 2 Scottish fold cats, called Olivia Benson, after Mariska Hargitay's character on Law and Order SVU. Swift also has 1 ragdoll cat named Benjamin Button. Ragdolls may cost as much as $2,500, while Scottish folds are more costly, sometimes costing as much as $1,500 apiece. Many of Swift's ardent fans are almost as devoted to her cats as they are to the singer. Swift adores her dogs, and she even shows them on her holiday card and in her videos. Similar to Swift, they have an internet fan base and make some money. Meredith and Olivia made appearances in many ads, including Deadpool 2. Because Olivia has starred in commercials and other endeavors, Cats.com estimates that her value is $97 million. Olivia has a large following and a range of items as well. Although Meredith and Benjamin's net worth aren't disclosed online, she is among the wealthiest pets globally thanks to her over $100 million cat. Swift's other pets might easily be included elsewhere on the list, in addition to their sister. Her real estate portfolio. Taylor Swift, like many wealthy celebrities, possesses a sizable real estate holdings. Hers has many homes, flats, and lofts, and is estimated to be worth $150 million in total. When Swift was 19 years old in 2009, her first significant real estate transaction was a penthouse in Nashville, Tennessee. The property is currently worth over $5 million, and she paid little under $2 million for it. Swift has a second, almost $8 million house in Tennessee for her mother. The 11,000 square foot estate in Rhode Island that Swift paid $17.75 million for in 2013 is among her most opulent properties. She still has property worth more, though, notably a $25 million house in Beverly Hills that she bought in 2015. Swift's most valued properties are probably those in New York City. Originally purchasing a Tribeca penthouse, she transformed it into an 8,309 square foot duplex with 10 bedrooms and baths. She spent $18 million on the nearby home 3 years later, but her spending didn't end there. In 2018, she paid $9.75 million for an apartment in the Sugarloaf building. Manhattan real estate agent Andrew Azoulay claims that Swift acquired the townhouse with the intention of using it as a garage. She then linked everything to the second-floor apartment, which serves as a link between her main home and the Sugarloaf duplex. Her New York home is estimated to be worth $50 million when everything is taken into account. An insurance policy on her legs. In terms of possession, Swift isn't really the owner of her legs. They belong to her for sure, but people don't own certain body parts. Putting value on something like a person's legs isn't something most people do. It's not like they can legally be sold. Of course, that is, unless you're a multi-billionaire supermodel who depends on her legs for public appearances, commercial campaigns, and everyday transportation. Swift insured her legs in 2015, which is surprisingly common for people whose livelihoods are based on their physical appearance. Models protect their faces, singers insure their vocal cords. This makes sense, as they would be unable to generate revenue in the the event of an impairment to their performance. Therefore, the insurance. Swift made the decision to insure her legs, and because her coverage is worth $40 million, the amount of money they are worth is astounding. The National Enquirer claims that Swift and her crew thought they would insurance her legs for $1 million, which may or may not be true. Swift was astonished and humiliated to hear her gams were worth so much when the $40 million estimate was returned. Given the nature of her performances, it seemed sense for Swift to have insurance on her legs, although she has also done modeling jobs. She has performed at Victoria's Secret fashion shows and walked the runway. In the words of ZZ Top, she knows how to use her legs, and she got them. Her masters and publishing rights. Taylor Swift signed with Big Machine Records, the label that released her first 6 albums, when she started creating music professionally. Those albums launched her career, and the master tapes were quite precious. Swift sparked a public controversy in 2019 when her manager, Scooter Braun, acquired Big Machine Records, which had her master recordings. Swift was left without the licensing rights to her original work as a result of Braun selling her masters to Shamrock Holdings for $300 million after a major uproar over this occurred. Under the moniker Taylor's Version, Swift started re-recording her older work in November 2020 as a countermeasure, and these albums have sold exceptionally well. Swift ultimately gained ownership of her back catalog through this maneuver, but in a somewhat different and indirect manner, since she was able to maintain control over her masters and licensing for commercial usage. Still, this gave Swift ownership of her most valuable asset, her songs. It makes sense that Swift's master recordings are highly valuable, considering how well received her albums are. Taylor Swift's masters are the costliest possession, with estimations from Celebrity Net Worth putting their value between $400 and $500 million. Swift doesn't really own anything that is worth nearly as much as her masters, and the value of them will only increase if she keeps releasing new music. Taylor Swift's investments reflect her success and taste, ranging from high-value real estate and luxury vehicles to designer fashion and philanthropic contributions. Her portfolio demonstrates not only her financial acumen, but also her personal style and commitment to giving back. If you liked our video, please leave a comment letting us know what you liked and why. And be sure to subscribe to our channel to show your support and not miss any upcoming content. We look forward to seeing you in our next video. Until then, dream big and shoot for the stars.